Recently, I lost about 10 pounds without changing my diet or adding in exercise. The only thing I had been doing differently was adding HMO beauty powder to my coffee each morning. HMO is human milk oligosaccharides, and I had Bo Berman on my podcast a while back, and he was sharing with me the benefits of using HMO powder. But the beauty blend also has hyaluronic acid as well as collagen powder. So I was just using this powder to improve the look and feel of my skin. I wasn't using the product to lose weight. That was just a happy side effect. Several years ago, I stopped dieting. I still practiced healthy eating, but I don't diet. Dieting, by definition, is restricting the type or amount of food you eat to lose weight. I recently read that former First Lady Barbara Bush never talked about weight or her appearance in front of her daughters. That was brilliant on her part. I grew up in an environment where one's weight had a lot to do with one's self-worth. If I was even 5 pounds over what I considered to be my normal weight, I thought I would need to diet. I recalled my mom doing fat-free diets or the cabbage soup diet as I was a child, and how I didn't really believe that she needed to lose weight. I thought she looked amazing. And I also didn't believe that a fat-free diet was a healthy way to eat. And yet, as an adult, I still fell into the diet trap. I also tried a variety of restrictive types of diets, and they all had their merits, but they all have one thing in common. When you stop dieting, the weight comes back. Believe it or not, weight gain is one of the most common long-term results of dieting, as it damages your metabolism. Eat too little, your body may think there's a famine, so it begins to burn calories more slowly. In addition, dieting can lead to binge eating, food disorders, body dysmorphia, or constantly thinking about food. This is why when you're trying to lose weight, you may think of food all day, every day. A few years ago, I stopped dieting altogether. I just don't diet anymore. I still want to focus on good health. I just don't want to associate my weight with my appearance anymore. So I was surprised when I found I had lost 10 pounds without altering my diet or adding exercise. I didn't start taking this supplement to lose weight. I simply took it because it contained prebiotic fiber, and I wanted to use it to assist my gut health because prebiotics are necessary for probiotics to work properly. In addition, I also started taking it because I have rosacea, and I had hoped that the ingredients would help to improve the health and appearance of my skin. With this in mind, every morning I added a small scoop of the beauty mix to my coffee, gradually building up from about a half a scoop to about 3 scoops per day. Over the last few years, instead of following a restrictive diet plan, I've tried to shift my focus towards longevity and instilling habits into my life that help to improve my health and increase longevity. Over the years that I stopped dieting, my weight has actually stabilized, but I wasn't dieting and I wasn't obsessing over food. And I do believe that the possibility is that our metabolism is slowing down because we have spent years dieting. If I had it to do over again and I could go back to my teens and my early 20s, I would probably never go on a restrictive diet. I would just focus on eating more vegetables and healthy foods and getting those into my diet, making sure that I drink plenty of clean, fresh water, exercising, and just focusing on enjoying life and reducing stress rather than how much I weigh or what size I wear. And maybe you find yourself in that same cycle that I have been in the past, where you're focused on weight instead of health. And you may find that you're in the cycle of losing weight and gaining it back. Like I said, I don't diet anymore, but there are some beneficial habits that I have formed over the years. Back in 2003, I drank the last soda I would ever drink for the rest of my life. Since then, I only drink water, except for a cup or two of coffee first thing in the morning. I didn't quit sodas to lose weight, but because a doctor had told me that they had been the cause of my very painful kidney stone, which had to be surgically removed. And that was all the motivation I needed. Back in 2004, I had watched the movie Super Size Me, and I never could eat fast food or feed it to my children again after that. I cook about 95% of the meals we eat because I enjoy cooking. So most of our meals come from whole foods. Sleep takes precedence over everything. My goal is about 8 hours, and I usually hit that. And I realize that that is a privilege that some people don't have. Like my husband usually doesn't get 8 hours of sleep because he is busy working, and I'm just grateful that I do get to prioritize sleep, because sleep and weight gain are actually linked, and you can find information about that linked in the description box below this video. But being thankful for things also helps to heal your mind and reduce stress. That's another habit that I've formed over the years. Instead of forcing myself to go to the gym, I try to do things that I enjoy, like walking our corgi, playing badminton with my daughter, swimming, hiking, dancing. These are things that help to get movement into my day, but don't feel like drudgery. If you enjoy going to the gym, that's great. But I feel like when you create stress around something you're doing to try to lose weight, it makes you want to procrastinate. So for me, the more I thought about going to the gym to exercise, or the fact that I couldn't have certain foods, the more I didn't want to go to the gym, and the more I wanted to eat those foods. Sometimes I feel a little self-conscious when I see my reflection in the mirror, and I try to identify those hateful thoughts that I'm thinking and remind myself that being healthy is my number one goal. I remind myself that I have excellent blood pressure and a perfect A1C, and even my cholesterol levels are good. I recently saw a doctor because I was having a pain in my foot. It turned out I had a nerve entrapment. I mentioned that I had been concerned that possibly I'd injured my foot because I was in the overweight category. This was my first time meeting this doctor, and she knew little to nothing about me. Her mindset was much like that of my late father's. If you're overweight, it's your fault. It's no wonder so many of us are preoccupied with our weight. It's time for us to shift our focus from weight to health, and from shame to support. When you focus on your health rather than your weight, you're more likely to reach the goals you set. Realistic goals such as mindful eating, enjoyable exercise, and focusing on eating whole foods, balancing your blood sugar levels, lowering your blood pressure, and improving gut health are goals that over time can help you reach your weight loss goals and improve your overall health. If your doctor isn't supportive, keep looking for one who is. Or find a therapist who can help you heal your relationship with food and your inner self to correct wrong thinking and hateful thoughts toward yourself. It's likely that you're not doing anything wrong at all. You could have an underactive thyroid or a gut imbalance. We only have one life to live, and it's way too short to spend it beating yourself up. You deserve to smile when you look in the mirror, especially if you're someone who eats healthy and exercises but still struggle to lose weight. Find the links for more information in the description box below this video.